Hi here, Finns here. I am back for another video. And today, well, the news broke today that the running order for Eurovision 2023, both semi-finals, will be released tomorrow at the time of filming this. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock Central European Time, 6 o'clock Western European Time, and who knows wherever you are living in the world right now. But yes, I can't believe it's come round so quickly. It wasn't even, it hasn't been a week since Georgia released their song last, but already we're going to have the running order for both semi-finals will be released very shortly. I'm very excited yet very nervous at the same time, and I've noticed this year that there's been a few people doing videos about predicting the running order more this year. I don't know why, but we've got more videos, and I decided this year I'm going to do the same. This time I'm going to do both semi-finals in one video, and I've gone backwards and forwards and thinking all scenarios and all that jazz, but in the end I have got a prediction of what the running order could be looking like tomorrow, and hopefully I'm right with this. I haven't gone for the obvious choices, as you may see, but I'm going to get this done quickly and go for it very quickly because there's a lot to go through. So we've got two semi-finals. So let's start off with semi-final one, me predicting the first semi-final running order. So semi-final one, 15 countries will compete on the first semi-final. And show opener. Now, I've gone with the obvious choice of Ireland. The UK's hosting, Ireland's our neighbour. It will be a touching opener, it makes sense. We are one as the number one spot. It would be an uplifting start. Maybe a safe choice to open this first semi-final, but it's a pop rock anthem that will uplift people. A lot of people predicting this will be the show opener. I'm agreeing with that. Ireland will open the show. Number two. Now this is tricky, but I have not gone for an obvious choice here. In fact, I'm going out on a limb and saying Portugal will be number two in the running order in semi-final one. And I think the producers are pushing for a song in the number two spot to qualify this year, like they've done for the last couple of years with the number three spot. And I think Mimi Cat from Portugal could be the one. I think it's fun, it's entertaining, and it's a nice contrast after Ireland, and it's very cabaret. It's a nice contrast, and I think it will work in the number two spot. Now, the number three, I've gone for Croatia. Now, the group's called Let Free, so I say Let Free have the number three spot. It's a bit quirky, and I think you kind of need, there's a few quirky entries in the semi-final, so you kind of do need a bit of quirkiness here and there, and I think Croatia, a bit like Incognito Spano being in that number three spot, I think it will work. Now, number four, I think we need Norway next. Norway will be a nice transition after Croatia. It'll keep viewers hooked. After Croatia, people might go a bit, oh, should we watch Eurovision? It's a bit tacky, but no, we have Norway straight after, which will bring viewers back in, and it won't be as tacky. It's more polished. We need a good pop song, and Norway should come after Croatia. Then song number five, we need another group. It's Latvia, number five. I wanted to separate Ireland and Latvia in the draw, so Latvia gets number five. Nice contrast after Norway. And not in the number two spot again, Latvia gets number five. Number six is Serbia, far away from Croatia, separate the two ex-Yugoslavic countries, separate most of the quirky entries. Serbia is another nice position in number six, and it will stand out where it is. Number seven, Malta, the last country to perform in the first half, in the first semi-final. I think it's usually between songs 6 and 7. They usually tend to have a commercial break, so maybe Malta will have time to set up some props or here and there. So I've decided Malta would be a nice contrast after Serbia in number 7. Now into the second half. The song number 8 will be Czechia, the newly named Czechia, of course. We haven't had that many female songs in a while, so I think Czechia would be a nice woman's empowerment song to have in song number 8, and it will stand out where it is, and Czechia usually do tend to get early draws here and there, so I think it will be Czechia. Number 9, I think it's time to have another power ballad. I've gone for Switzerland. You know, after Czechia, you know, bit of quirky entry here and there. Switzerland's a more serious power ballad, and I think we need a power ballad after Czechia. I've gone for Switzerland in number 9. Number 10, I think we need a bit more fun now. I've gone for Finland in number 10. Yes, I have. I think Finland, you know, we need something a bit quirky after Switzerland. After Switzerland's very serious song, I think Finland will uplift us all, and I think Finland will be in a nice position at number 10. And number 11, I think we need another power ballad, or a ballad of some sort. Netherlands is 11. I think it's time to get serious again. 11, Netherlands duet, very emotional, very nice. I've gone for Netherlands in 11. Number 12, it's time to have some fun again. Moldova will be a nice contrast in number 12. I think it'll be very fun performing, especially after a very emotional ballad after the Netherlands. It'll be a nice contrast after that. Then usually 10, 12 and 13 is a commercial break, if I am saying that right. So I think Sweden will perform in number 13. Usually they will have something big on stage if it is so. So I think Loreen will perform in number 13 in the running order to get that staging out ready. And number 14, I've gone for the last ballad of the night. Azerbaijan will be number 14. I think I think whoever performs after Loreen in the running order is going to be a bit screwed over, and Azerbaijan hasn't had much hype, so I tend to put Azerbaijan after Sweden. That being said, they are the last ballad in the semi, and they are kind of a nice contrast after Sweden. And finally, Israel will be song number 15 and the show closer. I think it's a bop. I think there's a lot of hype around Noah Carell, and I think Unicorn would be a good song to close the show. It might not be as immediate banger, but it does get there, and I think that the Israeli team will bring something golden to the stage. Mark my words. So that's the semi-final one. Running order. Now it's on to semi-final 2, and this is a little bit of a trickier semi-final to predict, you know, here and there, you know, like the genres and tempos. It's been a bit tricky, but I've come up with a running order for semi-final 2, and it goes like this. Now, I haven't gone for the obvious show opener, as some people thought. I've actually gone for Iceland to open the second semi-final. Yes, and not Belgium. I think if you open with Belgium, it's too niche, and you know, it's kind of the only banger in the semi-final, so you kind of need to separate kind of the mid-tempo songs. You can't have 7 mid-tempo songs and ballads in a row. So I think Iceland would be a great, powerful opener. It's power. It would be a big input, and Deja, you know, dances around the stage. She's got great energy on stage. She's got great stage presence. So I think she would invite a lot of viewers, you know. I think Iceland would invite a lot of viewers. And then number 2, I'm saying Cyprus will be a nice contrast after Iceland. You know, it would be a nice ballad. I think we need to separate Greece and Cyprus, and I think the producers would want to push a song in the number 2 spot to qualify this year, and like Portugal in the first semi-final, I think Cyprus could, because they've got Greece, they've got Australia, so I think there's a lot of points going Andrew's way, and I think it's a good song. And I don't think it would get hurt performing after Iceland even. And number 3, I've gone for Romania. Probably an entry we might not see in the final, but yeah, again, we might. You know, Romania, I think it's time to have a little bit of a quirky, out-of-the-box entry, whatever it's going to be staged like. Romania, I think, fits well in number 3. Number 4, we need a power ballad. Estonia will be nice. You know, I'm separating the women as well. I'm separating everything. Estonia fits well in number 4, a nice contrast after Romania and what's just coming up next. In number 5 will be Belgium. Yes, it will not be the show opener, by my words. I think you kind of need it in the middle of the first half to keep people going, because if you have it at the first, then you're going to have 7 songs quite slow, and, well, not quite slow, but, you know, you need kind of it in the middle. You know what I mean? Like... but it's a nice contrast after Estonia, and I think it will just be in the middle of the first half. Then we need a ballad after Belgium. We need Greece. Greece will be number 6. Far away from Cyprus and Greece is what I'm predicting, and not separating as well male ballads as well in that first half. So Greece, I think, will do well. Well, let's hope they do well, but they will get the number 6, in my opinion. Number 7, I've gone for Armenia. I think there's a commercial break between 6 and 7 usually. So I think they might have time to set up Armenia's staging, whatever they're going to bring. I think they are going to bring something big, like they did last year. So I'm saying number 7. It's a nice spot in the running order for Armenia, I'd say. And yeah. And number 8, I think Denmark. 8 will be Denmark. After Armenia's, ballad, I think you need at least something a bit fun. Even though it's not the most dancey up-tempo song, it's a still upbeat and it is refreshing after Armenia. So Denmark, I think, will be 8. And now we're on to the second half songs. And I've gone for number 9 will be Albania. I think after Denmark, we need another ballad. This Balkan ballad would be nice. I think, 9 Albania is what I'm saying. And they do tend to give Albania early draws, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes. And then number 10, I'm saying Poland. Yes, Poland, I think, will be a nice contrast after Albania, and it's a nice bop, hopefully with good vocals. More of that in my independent reviews coming up later on my channel. But anyway, Poland 10. Number 11, Slovenia. We need a rock song. We've got a few bands now. This is more indie pop rock song, and it'd be a nice contrast after Poland. Slovenia gets 11. I'm going through these quickly because I'm running out of time. 12, Austria. I think there's a commercial break between 12 and 13, unless they change it this year. But Austria might be, the one that gets performed before the second commercial break. And I predict that they could get a second half draw in the final week. They'll perform the second to last, or Finland will do that. But anyway, just predicting everything. But Austria 12. San Marino 13. Unlucky for some. Well, we'll see with San Marino. We need another band now. After Austria, San Marino will do that. Number 14, Lithuania. A bit uplifting after San Marino. It's a nice contrast again. Lithuania 14. Georgia 15. Usually the second to last song of the semi or grand final or whatever is usually a ballad. So I'd say Georgia will get 15. And they tend usually to get early draws. But maybe as there's quite a lot of positive hype around Georgia, maybe they'll put Georgia on later, and depending on staging. And I think Australia will close the show. I think, it's the contest is hosted in the UK, and there's, a lot of love in Australia and UK, has some connections of some sort. So I think they could be nice and put Australia last, and we kind of do need to separate the rock songs as well. So I think Australia would be a nice closer, and they would bring us good staging. So that is what I think and my prediction of the running orders. But what is yours? What is going to be the running order? Going to be like, did I get them all right? Comment down below. Like and subscribe this video, and I'll be back for more content very soon. So then, goodbye people, goodbye.